Hello, friends. Your good buddy Stub here at Passyunk Fitzrovia. Welcome to the One Bourbon, One Chard, or One Beer podcast, Little Tweener, for Friday, May 2nd, 2025. Hey, the One Bourbon, One Chard, or One Beer podcast may contain foul language or explicit content. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. If you're at work, put on your headphones. If you have a child in the car, listen to this shit later. And if you're any of our mothers, remind your friends over coffee that you raised us way fucking better. Now, hey mates, you're following One Bourbon, One Chard on the socials, right? And I know you're following my co-host and best good buddy Kern at Paso Seco and at Forgotten Grapes on the socials also, right? And how about your old buddy Stub here at Cork Envy? If not, pause the show, give us all a follow. You'll see our daily today and music history videos, find out more about Paso Seco Sparkling Wine, the Forgotten Grapes Wine Club, and be able to keep up with my worldwide gallivanting, imbibing, filming, photographing, and spreading of joy, because you all know I spread a lot of fucking joy around the planet. Now, friends, if you're listening to the audio feed on your favorite streaming platform and are wondering to yourself, is there a way to actually see Stub instead of just listening to him? Well, you're in fucking luck, because you can watch the podcast, which is recorded live at Passyunk Avenue every week, well, mostly every other week here in London. And you can find that on the Cork Envy YouTube channel. And remember, whatever happens behind me, well, not today because I'm sitting in a wall, it's kind of anyone's guess because we are doing this in a working bar, but there's generally attractive people hanging around at the best American-style dive bar here in London. Now that's, once again, a hell of an intro, isn't it? So let's go ahead and get to today's show, shall we? Now, mates, I am going to keep this one short and sweet, but I do have a couple albums to chat about for the last couple of weeks, and we're going to start with the Turnpike Troubadours. Wow, I haven't even started drinking yet. Surprise release on April 11th, which is an 11-song drop called The Price of Admission. Now, a couple of weeks late on this one, I know, reviewing it, but I've been spinning this one pretty regularly since its release when it debuted and peaked at 150 on the Billboard 200. Now, if you don't know the Turnpike Troubadours, see, I can't actually say it, they're an outfit out of Oklahoma who have been prominent on the red dirt country scene since their founding in 2007. Now, as I mentioned, this was a surprise released album that dropped just ahead of the Turnpike Troubadours, that's the second time in a row good, their run of shows with cross-Canadian ragweed for the, quote, Boys of Oklahoma, end quote, short tour. And we don't hold Oklahoma against them, even being a Texas guy, because they make some good fucking music, both of those bands. Now, as far as this album, this is definitely a Turnpike Troubadours album, and it's their second record produced by Shooter Jennings, and yes, that Shooter Jennings. Now, I'm not going to go track by track on this album, but I'll give you a couple of notes on a few of my favorites. And with that, we have to start from the very beginning, because I've heard that's a very good place to start. So I'm going to talk about the opening track, On the Red River. It starts the album off, well, strong, with a strong and nostalgic remembrance of days gone by and moving on after the loss of a father. The second track actually moves the record along pretty well as well, and I love the words of the chorus. Now, honestly, friends, overall, I've just been listening to this one quite a bit and don't really want to wax on and on about the record as a whole, but suffice it to say, I do think it's amazing. And as luck would have it, the band is actually heading to the UK for a few shows in June, so I'll get the chance to head to the Islington area of London to enjoy the band in late June for my second time seeing them live, the first being in Texas many years ago. Now, as for a pairing with this one, friends, I think we have to go with a pint of beer, as that's what I'll be sinking while standing and scream singing along with the band at the theater show this summer. Now, another album I'd like to briefly chat about is Willie Nelson's new drop from last week, Friday, 25 April. This is called Oh What a Beautiful World, released just 4 days ahead of the American fucking Treasure's 92nd birthday. Now, it's his 77th studio album, with all 12 track offerings written or co-written by another Texas songwriting legend, Rodney Crowell. Now, I'm going to say this, friends. This is a Willie Nelson record with a Willie Nelson take on each track. And it's a lovely album that comes across as kind of poignant and sweet, like your great-granddad was singing it to you. And Willie's work with his trusty sidekick Trigger is still as flowy and amazing as ever. So, friends, as I said, Willie Nelson is an American, and dare I say it, world fucking treasure. So let's recap Willie's career a bit, shall we? So at 92 years old now, he's released 77 solo studio albums, racked up 15 Grammy Awards, 10 CMAs, 8 American Music Awards, and 5 Academy of Country Music Awards. The singer-songwriter has also appeared in over 30 films, not including documentaries, and has authored 35 books that do include songbooks, cookbooks, memoirs, and some philosophical musings. He's been a strong activist for social and political issues over the years, and as a pioneer of the outlaw country movement that's given birth to red dirt, alt country, and Americana music of today, he's an inspiration for now several generations of artists for well over 50 years, to include your old buddy Stub here. Now, as for a favorite track on this record, I'll just stick with that one, and we're listening to it now. And I think I have to go with his take on Stuff That Works, which was co-written by Rodney Crowell and yet another Texas songwriting legend, Guy Clark, and it was first recorded by Guy Clark in 1995. Now, as for a pairing with this record, friends, these days, Willie is what we call California sober, but for our purposes today, what we're going to do is raise a glass filled with some healing waters from a whiskey river. And today, friends, I'm pouring a little bit of Elijah Craig from the Heaven Hill Distillery. God bless Willie Nelson. Now, friends, with that, I want to apologize for not getting weekly episodes up as regularly as I should or would like to. But things have been happening, both with the show itself, personally, and with some other projects. Now, the personal stuff is, just busy with life and booking some travel around work and the like. Nothing tragic or anything in note that really needs to be discussed here. As for the podcast, I'm still working on bringing on some guests and trying a little bit of a different approach to chatting about music and beverage pairings here in the next couple of months, so look forward to that soon. Now, as far as on other project fronts, I'll go ahead and, I won't let a cat out of the bag per se, but I'll give you a little peek inside the bag with the cat. Now, you all know that I do my daily Today in Music history videos from Passyunk Avenue in Battersea, London, mostly. Well, what some of you, my American mates specifically, may not know is that the Battersea location is one of 4 of the American-themed dive bars here in London. Now, I'm currently at the OG location located in Fitzrovia as I'm doing some work as the producer of the soon-to-be-released Young Life podcast. Yeah, that's right. Been working on this a while. It's hosted by my friends Gaz and Jesse, both of whom have been on this Passyunk ride here in London from the get-go, actually. So I'll share more about the release date, how to watch or listen to those Young Life podcasts as we get closer to the initial release dates. It's coming up sooner than you think. And to let you know about some events we're setting up to celebrate not only all things Young Life, but also some other monthly events I'm hosting regularly, most notably a Quizzo night, and hopefully by June, a karaoke night at our Battersea location. So, mates, this has been a long time coming, developing this with Gaz and Jesse, as well as the fearless founder, JP. So we're really excited about the prospect of actually delivering some great bi-weekly content to you beginning in late May. And hey, you don't have to look at me on this one. You just have to hear me from behind the soundboard and the camera. So stay tuned for more info on that, but you can get the most up-to-date info about the content and everything going on across all 4 of the sites here in London by following us on socials at Passyunk Avenue. And if you type in Passyunk, I probably guarantee you it's going to show up. Friends, that's about all I have this week. So I'll go ahead and bid you adieu. Again, please make sure you're following us on the socials to keep up with all things current, Stub, and the One Bourbon, One Chard, or One Beer podcast. And go ahead and add Passyunk Avenue to your follow list as well. You won't be disappointed, even with the regular content, just kind of telling you a little bit about the Young Life here. All right, friends, as always, thanks for listening, now watching, sharing, and commenting on the podcast. Kern and I really do appreciate it. Until next time, remember to be nice, be safe, and be happy. Cheers, mates.